and submit. I'm finally done with all my college applications. What am I supposed to do now? Yeah, dude, can you believe it? I literally just submitted my last college application. Like, we're actually seniors now. It's like, whoa, where'd the time go? Yeah, dude, it's hella crazy how time flies. Do you remember in like 2020 when we used to stay up all night playing video games? We were so young back then. That was hella fun. And now we're submitting college applications. It really hasn't hit me yet, to be honest. Yeah. Well, I gotta go, but we'll keep in touch. Alright, bye.
Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly.
Hey guys, it's yuhlile and welcome back to another spicy, amazing, and juicy YouTube video. So I've been noticing on TikTok recently that there's this ongoing trend of people recreating their old makeup looks from like 2016, 2018, 2019, and even 2020. Can you believe that? Wow! Great transition for the video. So I thought, because I wanted to feel a little bit nostalgic today, that I would recreate one of my looks from 2020. 2020 was, how do we put it, a weird year for many of us. Me personally, I feel kind of indifferent about it because I've repressed so many of the memories. Smiling through the pain. 2020 was the year where I started experimenting with makeup more, where I bought all my palettes, all my makeup stuff. It's kind of a good year for makeup, for me at least. During that time, there was an ongoing trend of doing like e-girl, gamer girl, UWU girl makeup. There was a different name for it all the time. And of course, me being a trend follower, I obviously did that look a lot, and I actually went out in public looking like that. Now, if you're a little nosy Nelly and want to know what I look like during that era, here are some amazing photos that show off my fits and my makeup from that time. See, I would try so hard to fit into the indie girl aesthetic that I edited all my Instagram photos and posted them with a blast of saturation. I don't know how anyone did not go blind while looking at my photos, if I'm being honest. But anyways, that's enough background for 2020. Let's get on with the makeup. What did we do in 2020? Well, there was a pandemic and we were all on lockdown, so not much, except cry a lot. When I used to do my makeup in 2020, I did not ever use primer because I thought that it was a hoax. I still think primer is a hoax. Oh, she squirted. For the sake of my skin and feeling like I'm not going to break out after this, I'm gonna prime my face. For foundation, I would use this Bare Minerals liquid foundation. It's in the shade Pecan 18. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you? Oh. Okay, and then we take this. It's not my shade. One other notable thing that I used to do in quarantine makeup was I used to shave off the ends of my eyebrows, so they would just be like two straight lines on my face. Maybe that's another thing that I'm not going to do completely the same as I did back then, because I'm not trying to shave off the tails of my eyebrows. I have a dance later this week, so I want to look my best, and I don't think I'm going to look my best with my tails shaven off. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. This is what it looks like. Making them super, super dark at the end, and then lighter in the center, kind of like 2016 brows. Does it look horrible? Wow. Wow. My eyebrows were definitely a lot thinner back then, but that's because I used to overpluck them a lot, and then I would pass it off as like, oh, this is trendy and shit. No, girl, all you did was overpluck your eyebrows. She thick. She thick. Now the next thing to do is concealer, and I ironically use the same concealer that I used to use back then, which is the Milk Makeup Concealer. It's in the shade, I don't know the shade actually. That's quite unfortunate. Anyways, and then if that wasn't enough, then we would go over in my forehead, make this horrible trinity shape, conceal my mustache and my chin. And then I would try doing my nose, but it would just look like this. It was just one line. When we came back from quarantine, Like, I remember this day so specifically. I think it was April of 2021, and I was allowed to hang out with my friends for the first time since quarantine began. And I was so excited. I did this exact makeup look, and my friends were like, oh my god, you look so good. They were lying to my face. I will never forgive them for that. Maybe it looked good back then because that's what everyone was doing. But now that I look at it now, it's too dramatic, and I would never actually do this to go out in my life. I have playlists for every single year of high school, including also one of middle school, which was just like 2019 TikTok songs. And I made one for all the songs that I listened to during quarantine. If this video reaches 2 likes, I'll release the playlist on my Spotify, which you should follow, by the way. Now that we're done concealing all my biggest insecurities, we're going to move on to eyeshadow. Once I discovered this color combo for my eyeshadow, my life changed. I would only do this specific combo all the time I did my makeup. So the first thing that I would do is I would take the Beauty Box palette. I don't know where this is from. I think it was a Christmas gift from my mom, which means she probably got it on Amazon. I would take a brown shade. I have trauma from opening up makeup palettes on camera, but I would take this brown shade and just plop it all on my outermost eyelid. Because, you know, we gotta look a little neutral for a little bit. And then also like in my crease. That's right, I know terminology. And then what I would do is I would take my Morphe 351 Fantasy palette and I would just dip my finger into this like iridescent green, this one right here. And I would just put it in my innermost corner and like out. So I would look like a freaking fairy. Do you see that? Wow. And then I would just blend it out with my finger because brushes are overrated. Now comes the time for the eyeliner. Now, if we remember anything from 2020 UWU Girl, E-Girl, Gamer Girl makeup, is that the eyeliner was always the most boldest thing in the entire look. So what I would do is I would draw the longest, most unnecessary line of eyeliner, make it super thick. And then after that wing was winged out, what I would do is I would bring this eyeliner down to my bottom eyelashes and just make myself a faux open-eyed look. I don't even know what to call it, to be honest. Bonus points if it's uneven and messy. And then, I wasn't done yet, I would draw like 2 or 3 fake eyelashes on my new bottom lash line. And then the last thing that I would do to make this look even more dramatic is I would do a little inner corner like, okay, I'm now going to do the second eye, so when I snap, it's going to be done. Watch this magic. It's done! To end off the complete eye look, I would wear falsies. Next thing we would do, contour. The contour is from ColourPop and it's in the shade Private Party. Okay, so it's not blended out. That's exactly how I would do it, actually. So we're gonna put the contour on hold. I still have to contour my nose, but the next thing that I would do is I would take this MAC blush. It's in the shade Rand. It's a Glow Play blush. You already know what I would do. I would just rub my finger all up in that ish and just go ham with it. Okie dokie. And now to finish the contour off. And I would try to snatch my nose up, but I didn't know how. So what I would do is I would just outline the original shape of my nose like really heavily with contour. After I was done doing all of this stuff, I would take my This Is For You ColourPop highlighter palette and I would get the most blinding shade and just dip my finger in that ish. I look like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. I used to love doing like the ombre lips. So what I would do is I would take my Selena lipstick from MAC and I would just like hug it with my lips so I could like get it in the inner corner of my lips. And then to do the little ombre effect, I would take this MAC Dazzle Glass lip gloss and just apply it like on the edge of my lips. And there you go. This look would not be complete without the change of the outfit because this is very like normal chic. What we need is a wannabe indie girl type of outfit. So here we go. Alright, so here we go. This is what I would probably wear in 2020. A sweater vest, my white turtleneck that I was already wearing. I would actually wear this a lot. And then these denim flared jeans that my mom got me from the Gap. Well, that is it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a big, juicy thumbs up and subscribe for more great content like this. I will see you all in the next one. Adios! I look like a fox.